Okay, we're going to apply a system of linear equations to a mixture problem. Or rather, we're going to model a mixture problem with a system of linear equations and then solve it. And let's just go right through the problem, walking through it to see how we can do that. The problem you're going to solve is how many ounces each of 5% hydrochloric acid solution, I'm going to write that HCl solution, and 20% hydrochloric acid, or HCl solution, must be combined to get 10 ounces I wanted to abbreviate that OZ, of 12.5% hydrochloric acid solution. Now, when you see words like solution and 5%, 20%, you're going to think mixture problem. And our first step is going to be to list out what we know. I'll just write the word know. I like to write this out by kind of combining a picture with a table. I draw buckets. It helps me visualize what's going on because I can imagine that I have a bucket of 5% solution and a bucket of 20% solution, and I dump them together into a third bucket. So I try to draw a picture of that. And I make a table where I have percent for the concentration of the solution and where I have volume. Those of you who are taking chemistry do something very similar when you do molarity problems. That may ring a bell for you. And I draw my buckets and put the percents in those. It's because that works for me visually. And so I'll show you that. What I'm taking is I'm taking a bucket and it's going to be 5%. However much is in it, it's 5%. And I take another bucket, it's got some amount, and it's 20%. And I dump them together, so I put the plus. We've got the word combined up here. And I'm going to get out of that a third bucket, and that bucket's going to be 12.5%. Now, those are the percents I'm working with. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. How much am I working with? Well, I know from the problem statement, I'm just going to slide this back, that I'm going to get 10 ounces of 12.5%. And this has to be fluid ounces and a volume in our mixture problems. So I know I'm going to have 10 with the 12.5. But I really don't know how much I'm going to have of 5%, and I really don't know how much I'm going to have of the 20%. Those are my unknowns. So I'll write x plus y. I know together they have to add up to 10 because I'm dumping them together physically if I were actually to do this problem.